How realistic is The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies pack? How realistic is the small business gameplay? Owning a real life small business myself, this is gonna get really meta, but I created the infamous Sim Planner, as many of you may already know, which is a planner to save your Sim stories and their lore and plan their lives and everything. And I actually created a small business in the game where I sell my Sim Planner. My guess is that what's gonna happen in the game is not nearly as close as real life. I'll probably end up making a lot more money in the game based on some things I've been seeing with people's games. So I don't only sell my Sim Plan in real life, but I also, of course, have a YouTube channel where I try to help Simmers out to have more fun in their game. And so I thought it'd be fun in my small business here with myself that I don't only sell my Sim Planner, but I also hold classes talking about video gaming. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the plan. So it's nighttime now, 8 p.m., but we're going to open shop nonetheless. Open the store. Yellow Llama Co. is open. Small business is now open. Customers will start arriving soon. Okay, sounds good. So here's my shop. So here you can see the Sim Planner. We've got the daily version and the weekly version and some other recolors. So this is basically a mod by Ravisheen. So this is her Ink for Yourself memory keeper that I recolored so that you can actually use the Sim Planner in the game, and so that essentially you can keep memories in the game of your sim with the Sim Planner. Like I said, super meta. And I have, of course, a llama. Everywhere I was able to put a llama because we are Yellow Llama Co. And so you'll see little llamas here and there. And I also have my a computer desk here where I can, play video games and do live streaming and stuff like that. And I have here something that I actually own in real life. It's a pulley print, and it's what I use to sometimes print photos of my Sims and put them in my planner. So I can just show you real quick here so you see what I mean. So here are some color screenshots that I've printed out. Let's see. Here is an example of one I made with the pulley print, which I think is super cute. So that's just that's what I'm in my mind saying that what this is, what it represents. And I think we just now got our first customer. I had paused the game to grab that pulley print. The lot here, by the way, which is absolutely stunning, is made by Eva Orodki. And you can really tell, I think she's from Europe, somewhere in Europe, because it's so beautifully furnished and designed. It looks just like a place that would be here. So I'm based in Brussels. I've lived in Germany, though, and in Spain. And, well, this doesn't look like a Spanish establishment, but it's definitely giving Nordic vibes. I really like it. It's very sleek, elegant, timeless design. So she did a wonderful job. It was originally a pottery shop, but of course, that's not what we're going for today. But I did leave this little pottery here. I thought it was cute. But yeah, so back to business. So we have a couple customers here that have already arrived. Let's see. Oh, is he gonna get a Sim Planner? Oh, yes. Is planning your Sim's life important to you, Cameron? And who do we have here? Oh, actually, I can take this opportunity to start a class, gaming class. Yeah. Let's see if we get any people that want to learn about how to, have more fun in The Sims. Oh, I'm a loner. Yeah, I gave myself my traits. I'm the happiest in solitude, and I wear groups of strangers. Yeah, that's why I really like my online business in real life. I have customer contact. I do enjoy having conversations with Simmers, but I enjoy the fact that I'm on the other side of a computer, and I don't like large groups of strangers. That is very true. I would love to meet like a small group of other Simmers, but a big group, that is so overwhelming and intimidating to me. But look at me, I'm like, okay, so basically you have to create a rocket ship. So it all starts with Bella. We need to find Bella, and then you'll have more fun in your game. I don't know what I'm trying to explain here. Oh, I have 2 people attending my class. How cute. Oh, and yeah, as you can see here, of course, we have Sims games here. We have Sims memorabilia, the Sims Forever poster we have here. So I really tried to make the space very Simish, very on the topic of life sim games. And have I made any sales yet of my planner? I've sold 1 planner, it seems. Very good, very good. Seems like everybody's liking the ambiance. What did I actually say here? Because I'm thinking, yeah, so I have a one-time entrance fee. I don't remember why I did that because in real life, I'm only charging for my planner, of course. But maybe I'm having a membership later down the line. Who knows? But so play video games. Oh, that's why, because they get to actually use the how do you say, the furnishings and everything, the equipment. So I charge for that. They can browse and buy items. They can be friendly, attend classes and lectures. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I am trying to attract cheerful Sims, creative Sims, geeky Sims, goofball Sims. And I would say that is also the case for my actual business. So I'd love Simmers that are imaginative, like storytelling, and are sentimental and love their Sims and have no shame in their game. And they just lean into that. And skill level, creativity, and video gaming, yeah. Of course, I'm open to everyone, anyone that, loves The Sims and wants to just learn more. But yeah, those are my target simmers, I'd say. The ones that are storytellers, the ones that love to play in live mode, and are creative. They're loving it. Are they playing The Sims? I wish I could say not only video games, but they have to play The Sims. But it looks like they're playing a Sim adjacent games. This is Sim City, I believe. So that is absolutely acceptable. Oh, I am big in business. What is this? All these people. Who's this? Vic Kung. This is Yuki. Oh, I should actually be interacting with these people, shouldn't I? Friendly introduction. Oh, welcome to the business. Okay, I can welcome people to the business. Oh, but am I still teaching? Oh, no, here's what I have to do. Oh, okay, let's pause real quick because I am confused. So I have to mentor people for 30 minutes, debate game strategy, play video games for 45 minutes. So I will mentor this guy, hobby class attendee. So do I have to like be friendly first? Like a friendly introduction? Okay, doing that. Ah, there we go. Ah, it looks like Gloria just befriended a rascal. Rascals are Sims that embrace being a nuisance. They excel in being incredibly funny or incredibly annoying, or both. Whether they opt for mischief, theft, or being downright mean, every Sim will know when a rascal is around. In terms of Sim preferences, would you say that Gloria likes rascals? I don't know if I need them in my business, though. I mean, it says they can be funny, though, which I do appreciate funny. So I'll just say, sure. Let's play video games for 45 minutes. This store is growing renown. I received my first positive customer review. When customers visit, they will leave a positive, neutral, or negative review. And so I have like some things I can do to encourage that. Nice. Where can I actually see the reviews? Can I see the reviews? Oh. This was fun. Thanks for all the advice, Gloria. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I would love to learn from you, Gloria. You have so much experience. It has been many, many years, like 25. Would you like to become my mentor? Sure, I'd love to. Just now I realized I'm in my outdoor outfit. Why don't I change my off real quick into one of my everyday attire? Makes more sense. Oh, am I not? I love this outfit. It's so cute. I think cast from this pack is one of my all-time favorite casts. It's not overloaded with crop tops, for one, which I don't have anything against crop tops. I can rock in a crop top for my party wear, but I do not need a pack with 90% crop tops. And I think there are a lot of very lovely pieces in this pack. Very versatile pieces, versatile across various age groups, across various personality types. I love it. Can I post about my wares online because nobody is getting a sim planner? Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, looks like she's contemplating. Very cute haircut, by the way, Liz. You should get it. Oh. Wish I had TikTok in this game. Because TikTok is what put the sim planner on the market, or on the mark. It wasn't until I started posting on TikTok about the sim planner that people really caught wind that it existed, and were like, oh, okay, wow, a need we didn't know we had. Thank you very much. And yeah, that's when it blew up and when it gained traction. And I wasn't just this lonely nerd in her room creating a planner for her Sims, but I I think I kind of made keeping track of your Sims a bit more, I wouldn't say mainstream, but I made it easier for sure because, you know, you have this structured template where you just have to fill in the information about your Sim instead of, you know, with bullet journaling, you have to like come up with an idea, like what do I want to keep track of? And then you have to draft for every page, you know, rewrite things over and over again. And with the Sim Planner, you can just fill it in. And of course, you know, it's evolved since then. I've created a digital planner now, a printable planner of the Sim Planner. I've created a OneNote template that you can use to keep track of all sorts, like for an entire save file. I've created my all-time favorite Sim Guardian, which is a system I built for Notion to keep track of literally everything. And yeah, so the business has evolved, but in the game now, I'm basically just a mentor and trying to get these sim planners in simmers' hands and help them out. Because Lord knows we forget what what we did in the last sim session, or, you know, we lost the plot. And yeah, all you need to do is write it down. And you don't need a sim planner either, guys. Like, it could just be a simple notebook or your favorite note app, and then you just jot down literally a quick summary of what you did in your last sim session, or like after the sim session, so that you can recall it easier during the next sim session. It can be super, super simple, or of course, you can be like a bit over the top like me and track nearly everything. Girl, do I have to like take away the computers? This is the focus. This is what we should be, you know, checking out, customers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna close the business and then change. So, oh, look, we made a profit. Not bad. Mostly from ticket sales and from services. We made not so bad, and we sold one planner. That's not so bad. But I want the focus of the business to actually be what I do in real life. So I'm going to change the business settings. I don't want to promote playing video games. I don't want to charge entrance fees because I don't think it makes sense if you're not actually having some sort of direct, like, when they attend a class, they pay for that class. So I don't want to charge entrance fees on top of that. And so instead, we will just have them browse and buy items, and we'll keep it simple. Focus on browsing and buying items and attending classes and lectures. And that's what we'll confirm. And I'm going to be honest, I'm cheating up everything. I am not taking care of my needs or anything because this is solely we want to just experiment my business. So we're going to open up shop again. And then we're going to see if we can do better with sales today, since now the focus is on classes and just the planners. So no using computers, and also no entrance fees. So we're really going to put it to the test if we can earn. I want to do mainly through retail sales. So that means I'm going to try not to do any classes today. I'll try that and see how things go. I'm just vibing. Why do I look frustrated? Why am I angry dancing? What? Oh, but I upped my dance skill. Okay, okay. We have a new customer. Let's welcome her.
Whoa!
You love The Sims? I think you'll love these planners. You too, JC. What do you think? Yay, I made a sale. Wait, am I making a loss? Because I think when I buy a planner, it costs 30 simoleons. Oh my god. And so I should actually change. I should, damn. I should make them pricey, otherwise I'm not making a profit. Because I have to buy them. And so now I'm making at least a profit of 6 simoleons. Because I think when you buy them in build mode, it costs 30 simoleons. So when I restock, I'll be making a loss if I don't charge at least 36. And the other guy was like, oh, 36, no buy. It doesn't cost 36 in real life, though.
Jobby.
At least not the Sim Planner paperback. She probably just now told me that she lost her safe, and I was like, oh my god, what? Oh, it's terrible. Oh, yay, she bought one. Or someone bought one. Yeah, I think she bought the one up there.
Lawyer.
Yay, we made another sale. It's gonna be real slow to make money, though, at this pace. If I'm only making 6 simoleons profit per planner, but we'll make it work. Like, yeah, get the Sim Planner. My own cheerleader. I wish I could do, like... I wish I could post fake ad endorsements. Reply to customer feedback. Let's do that. I wish I could post some ads or something, because I feel like nobody knows about, what I'm doing. What I want to see real quick is owner of Yellow Llama. God, that makes me feel so warm inside. So proud of my baby. I have taken the first step on the dreamer path as she performs different interactions that appeal to or revolt various customers. Yellow Llama Co. will gain either dreamer or schemer alignment. As the alignment level progresses, it will affect how different customers feel about the business as well as how Gloria feels about herself. Would you like to learn more about small business alignment? No, I'm good. This is so weird. Like, I usually never play with my sim self, and so hearing myself referenced in the game, though I must say it's cool seeing owner of Yellow Llama go. I'm like, yes, I am she. I wonder if the game registers when I restock. Let's see if it'll take that away from the profits. I mean, I don't know technically how much I've made just now, but so I think that's restocking more than I sold, but let's go back to the game. Let's close.
Zubatube, love a Zuby.
Whoa, I made 306 from retail sales? Can that be? Get a calculator. So if I was selling them for 36 times 7, 252. Girl, that don't make sense. That doesn't add up. I only sold planners. I don't know where the extra money came from, but I'm gonna be like, okay, thank you. But I made a profit somehow, even though I restocked. So it doesn't really take that into account if you're, I mean, is that realistic then? Okay, if it didn't take those costs into account. I wonder if it would like take into account if I were to like spend on a canvas for a painting that I was creating or a craft item. I don't know. So this time I'm not gonna skip away my needs since we closed the shop. We're gonna make some grub. Tandoori roti. Oh, passion fruit oat smoothie. Girl, who's this in my house? Snuck it right behind me. What?
Oh yeah.
What? What's her name? Amelia Ernest. Oh, yeah. It's a bit weird, Amelia. This is my house. You just walked in behind me.
Yeah.
You're talking to me about crabs. Socially awkward. I'm like, bye. Done chatting with you. Ooh, Trashly. Hello. Let's invite him in. I think it's actually a she, right? Legitimate and normal. Because I just now realized way too late, like that Trashly I think is Ashley, but with Trashly. So it's a reference to the name Ashley, I think.
Dasp. Espinal. Zenks.
Yib.
Hello, friend. Trashly taking time out of busy schedule to help spread awareness of small business opportunities. Other friend asked Trashly to say that. I agree, because Trashly is excellent small business owner. Do you want to learn more? Sure.
Fioba.
Okay. Oh, so register a small business. I already did that. Set up small business. I already did all this. End quest. Trashly, you ain't bring me anything new. I'm just happy. I'm just like, yay, I'm a small business owner. Living out my dream, my passions, helping other people. Play the Sims with meaning and purpose. Yeah, let's open our shop. Another sale. Why is this girl so angry? Let's try to help her calm down. She probably lost a safe or something, or had a bunch of bugs. I'm like, girl, it's okay. We're gonna talk about this. What's your angry mood? What's the issue? Money. Is it too expensive? I'm sorry, girl. I do offer free templates as well. Not in Sims 4, because that was an option that wasn't provided to me. Girl, don't let them catch you not playing The Sims. Yeah, she came back. She saw the reviews and she was like, you know what? It's worth 36 simoleons. It's worth it. And I'm like, I told you. Told you. And you have my full support as well if you get it and you have any questions. Oh, look, he bought it. He's like, mm-hmm. I
Hallelujah.
know what's good. This place is full. Only I would have kept that entrance fee, man. Only. I must say, and get to work, I did like that I could interactively like make sales. I mean, I know that's not the point of this game or this expansion pack, and maybe I should have done a get to work instead of a small business, I'm realizing, because I feel like my planners are more of a retail store kind of thing. Maybe I could do this again with a retail store. That could be interesting to try out and see if it's like more fun. Because I would love to do some advertising, some more like convincing the buyers, like the simmers, like, hey, this is really something you could need, and like explaining the product. I don't remember all the different interactions you had with the get to work pack, but I did like the whole. I mean, I guess it did get repetitive after a little while, but it makes it to where you're actually actively selling. Like that's the whole point, right? That it feels like an active, not career necessarily, but at least, yeah, I can't like, I can only set the price modifier. Hopeful hustle. I have now reached the first renown level and am now a hopeful hustle. Gloria has earned like real quick, earned 2 business perk points to purchase. I will now see an increased base price for entry and hourly fills, as well as allowing more customers to attend, which I feel like I already had quite a few customers. But let's see. Leave a tip. Add a few extra simoleons on any payment. Investing further in this perk will make customers even more generous. Inspiring business story can share my journey to inspire other Sims and strengthen their relationships. I might also bore them. But that shouldn't stop her from sharing lessons learned along the way. And we have the sway to buy, that I gain the ability to persuade customers to buy any items set out for sale on retail displays. What magic is this, you ask? Who cares? So long as it works. Though there's always the risk of customers seeing through the technique. Selling has never been this easy. So, for the record, okay, I would love to be able to actively sway customers to buy in the game, but not in a shady way, more in a like a, let me explain you everything, like why this is a good purchase, why this is made specifically for you by a person like you, a sentimental simmer dedicated to their Sims. Like, I know your struggles and why this can help you, not some sort of magic trick. That trick, you know what I mean? I don't want to trick somebody into buying it. So, true to myself, I will not go this route, even though I think it would be fun to be able to actually actively sway somebody to buy in an informed and responsible, non-manipulative way. I think I'll share my story because I think that's important. That the customers understand where I'm coming from. Them not just some weird business that has popped out of the blue and is just trying to sell them something, trying to make a quick buck, only to dash away again. Like, this is an actual person behind the business, and I am actually passionate about what I do and what I make, and I know exactly why I make it and for who, and why I think I am helping Simmers with what I've made. We'll do that. But yeah, why don't I tell my small business story real quick? So, in a nutshell, basically, I'm obsessed with The Sims. If that wasn't obvious already, I'm like low key, like obsessed. A few years back, I thought it'd be fun to create a sim planner because I discovered Amazon KDP and that you can basically make create books on demand. And I thought that was an interesting idea. And so I created my own planner, which is, this here. This is actually the second edition of that planner, where I revamped the design and made it a little bit more smart, the way everything's structured. For example, on the sim profile, you have a lot more things that you can fill out and add, like relationships, for example. It's just made a little bit better, in my opinion, now. The first one's still great, and I know a lot of people still like to get the first edition. But yeah, my journey is basically, I was obsessed with The Sims. I've always wanted to keep track of my Sims, or I didn't realize until later that it would have been a good thing to really consistently do. I found it hard to do that, though. I started with OneNote, which is still like one of my favorite apps to keep track of notes, especially about your Sims, because it just gives you so much space. It's structured like a classic notebook, so it's really intuitive to use. But you have like the blank page of OneNote. If you're familiar with OneNote, then it's just like this one huge wide space, this actually endless scrollable space. And I would collect some of my Sim stories in it, but it was kind of like all over the place, and I wouldn't consistently track the same things about my Sims. So yeah, that kind of over the years of playing the game, I only have very little about the different save files that I still have. And so that was always a bit of a shame. And then, yeah, I created my planner to help me and also other simmers to, yeah, get over that overwhelm of knowing what to keep track of and how. And I honestly was, I mean, I was convinced that this was like the shit. So I was like, if simmers knew, but then also at the same time I was like, I thought I was a bit of an anomaly of obsession. I mean, I know if there's any game that one can be obsessed about is The Sims because it's the best game of all time. But I really recognized, I thought and I recognized that, you know, my obsession is definitely a little bit extra and maybe this is not something everybody would want to be interested in. And that's fine. I created it for the handful of the community that might be interested in something like that. Because I've seen people talk about having some sort of bullet journal or something like that in the past and keeping track of their Sims. And so I thought, you know, this could be something that could be helpful for that group of people that, you know, the type of simmers like that have Excel sheets for the rotation of gameplay, that those types of simmers I thought, you know, would get it. So I created my Sim planner. I didn't really talk about it online until like 6 months later, where my sister kept pressuring me to finally share it on TikTok. And so I did that for a few weeks consistently. And yeah, then it finally took traction. The Sims community finally discovered it and loved it. Everybody was talking about it, sharing it, buying it. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a dream. And I've been a full-time entrepreneur ever since. So I've been a full-time small business owner. And yeah, it's literally my pride and joy. I eat The Sims, I sleep The Sims, I breathe The Sims. And ever since then, like I said, I redesigned the Sim Planner to be more efficient, but I also created a digital Sim Planner for GoodNotes. I created a template that you can use in OneNote, which, you know, being an OG app I used to use back in the day, that was really cool. To create a template that added that much needed structure to OneNote to make it really good then to keep track of your Sims and like entire save files. And then I also created a Sim mod tracker, which I literally can't live without because I have a ton of mods. But my pride and joy, what I created last year, for most of last year, and then finally finished at the end, was my Sim Guardian, which is a template for Notion. And what it's actually a template is an understatement. It's a full-on system of templates, well connected. It has a lot of smart formulas in the background, and that's definitely my pride and joy. I've also, from that, I've created a separate standalone backstory creator, which is a part of the Sim Guardian, but I also offer that for free. And just a little while ago, I created a Sim year tracker, which I also published so it's for Notion, but it's also for free. Ever since then, like, thanks to the support from all the simmers that got their Sim Planner, that purchased anything else from my shop, or even just spread the word, like, thanks to that, I was able to go full time and also continue to create for the community. So that's been literally a dream come true. Having this channel, being able to go hours on end talking about my Sims and how much I love them and how I keep track of them. Like the fact that I was able to make this ridiculously niche obsession of mine into a small business and help other people along the way. That really, yeah, that's really cool. And now I've been playing without pause, and it looks like I've sold a lot of planners while I was talking and going on and on. So we made a profit. We made 576 simoleons from 16 sales. How can that be? If I calculate, that pans out. That pans out. 16 times 36. Okay, that pans out. Not bad. So I'm glad that we are able to actually, make a good profit from our planner sales alone. Though if you think about it, so 30 times 16 is 480, and so if we made a profit of, so if you take away the actual cost of the planner that I keep having to buy, I only made a profit of 96 simoleons, which isn't actually a lot. But we're trying to. Who, girl? How are people just able to walk into my house like that? I'm pretty sure this is closed off to the public. Okay, we opened up the shop again. Finish up your apple salad. And let's go make some more sales. Oh no, she's embarrassed. From being ignored while telling business story, I spent my precious time going over my business story down to last detail, only to be blatantly ignored. What did I miss? Did I say something wrong? So I am hiding from everyone while my store is open. That sounds like the adult professional thing to do. Just now notice it looks like this railing here has like a light on it, an underlight. That's a nice detail.
Oh, but Clara.
Why are they looking sad, like sad customers? Oh, it's the prices. They're not happy with the prices. Well, guys, I'm making a loss otherwise. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 that I've sold so far. In 4 hours. That's not bad. When you get your planner, first mode of business is to plan how to reach the ship so that you can rescue Bella so that she can walk out. You get it? No, that's actually not what I talk about at all on my channel. On how to have more fun in the game. But, like, this is a really hard board to narrate with what I actually do. My ethos is to just keep track of your Sims. Keep a log of those stories and those memories, and it'll definitely make you feel more connected to your Sims. It's what helped me. You can then also, when you take a break from the game, you have something to look back on. And you can remember, you know, not only the fun times that you had, but also what the plot was. Like, where were we when we last, left off? And if I were keeping track of this gameplay in the Sim Garden, I can even keep track of the transactions I've been making, the earnings, the losses. I could get really into detail if I wanted to in the Sim Guardian. I could also keep track of time gone by with the little mini calendar. It's really cool. Look at them all like piggybacking behind me, looking how I'm playing. Oh, that's cute. I learned some cool stuff today. Gloria, I will tell my friends to give it a try. That's nice. Shop. Yeah, people aren't happy with the pricing. But the ambiance is great, thanks to Eva Rotke, for sure. We made 11 sales, 7 revenue from services, so 7 customers were served with services, which brought me to 1,590 simoleons. And considering there are no production costs, so the 396 from retail sales is not on the hand like what we have under the, like that's not profit. Because we have, 30 times 11 is a little bit over 300. So we made less than 100 simoleons profit there. So it would make sense to just focus on services, but that's not my actual small business in real life. Future Gloria here. So I logged all of my actual business income expenses in my Sim Guardian. So this is the small business record that I have for that. And it turns out the business actually made a net profit of 1,041 simoleons by the end of this video. So that's a lot less than what my financial reports were telling me in the game. So I'll just show you real quick. Here are the transactions by category. So I can also open it up to see exactly which transactions those were. But I see that, we have over 1,000 worth of simoleons in business fees, and restocking cost us almost 1,500. So that's a lot of simoleons that are unaccounted for in the financial reports. If I take the net profits from the financial reports we got, then I should have actually a net profit of 3,153. So that's over double of what I actually calculated for my net profit when I take in the restocking costs into account. And the weird thing is, I've never been great at math, but if I calculate my net profit without the restocking amount, then I still don't come to the 3,000 something that the game tells me I made net profit from the financial reports. So I really don't know. It doesn't really add up. I realized in hindsight that some of the displays where I thought I just had a cute little llama or something like that sitting on it were actually selling those objects. So that explains why here and there I had a discrepancy in the retail sales amount and the amount of pieces I actually sold. So that was because I probably sold like a bit here and there that wasn't actually a sim planner by accident. But in general, my gripe here is that it seems like the material costs for the small businesses, they're not taken into account when the net profit is calculated. So in essence, if you don't keep track on your own somehow, you don't have the true net profits. So, whether your sim is selling paintings, jewelry, or whatever, any costs that your sim had to actually create those items isn't taken into account at all or at least as far as I can tell. I mean, I haven't played with a craft-based business yet, so that's something that I have yet to and can test out. But it seems like it all just ties into with your household funds. And so if you create the canvas painting today and you sell it tomorrow in your business, it seems to only take into consideration the profits you made from that piece, but not necessarily the costs you had in making it beforehand. But again, I have to test that out myself. I haven't heard anybody mention this, so that's why I'm thinking it's maybe a me issue and not a game issue, because this has had to been caught by somebody by now if this were a thing. And I mean, maybe it's just also me just being super micromanagey, and it's not even a big deal for most simmers. But for me, considering that the difference between the net profits that I calculate and the one from the financial reports, it's pretty big. So I'm really glad that I'm keeping track on my own, like on my terms. So I just wanted to get that off my chest real quick and show you real quick, what it actually came down to, because, that's important to me. Like, we didn't make a total loss with, only earning bits and bobs here with the sim planners. It wasn't a total, huge success either after 4 days. I don't know. In The Sims, I feel like I should be making bank by now. I don't know. I'll have to test that out when I play the retail store version of things. But enough of net profit calculations. Back to what I was saying in the video before I so rudely interrupted. Yeah, so I think this was a fun experiment, and I'm looking forward to playing more with a small business pack, like how small businesses work, working my way up to the, different perks and the different star levels, the rating levels. But I think for my business as Yalamako, I don't think I would make a lot of money. I don't think it would be a viable business because the planner itself costs 30 simoleons to buy in stock. Then I'm making, with the price modifier, 6 simoleons, and people are already complaining about the price at that point. And I'm just not making enough sales and profit from those sales. Like, the margins are not high enough that I don't think it would be a viable business if I was only selling the planners. So I would definitely always have to do a class, which is fine, but I wonder if it would be more profitable if I did a get to work style business. I think that is what I might experiment with next. I think it'd be also fun because I think with Get to Work, you can also advertise your business. You can, I think, engage more with the customers to actually make a sale. So maybe I could be more convincing as an owner of the business to help the sim make the decision to purchase a planner. Whereas here, I just have to let them stand in front of the shelf for like hours on end and hope that they make a sale, which I've made quite a few, as you can see, but still, it's not enough to warrant going full time. I'd have to definitely have another career next to this to actually make this work. But I want to be able to be full time from just selling the planners, because that's what I do in real life. I don't actually charge for any services or stuff like that. So I want to see if in the game I can make my real life small business come to life. And with the business and hobbies pack, only so. So I don't think I mean, maybe if I worked up to 5 stars, I could, but it's not that exciting because the retail part isn't as active as I'd like it to be. But that's fine because that's not what this pack is. The pack isn't focused on the retail side. It's cool that you have that option, but I think if I want that retail gameplay, I have to go back to Get to Work. And so that's what I'm going to try next. So stay tuned for that. But this was definitely, I feel like, more of a flop because, like I said, I'm not making any profits with this business. If you'd like to shop the real life planner yourself, then I'll leave some links below where you can shop the paperback planner and where you can shop the printable planner. So that is a digital version that you can just print out or even use on your iPad or on your tablet. So you have those options. And if you had fun watching this video and would like to see more of me, then make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And until next time, stay sentimental.